Times are bad. Children no longer obey their parents, and everyone is writing a book. I criticize by creation, not by finding fault. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. For what is the worth of human life, unless it is woven into the life of our ancestors by the records of history? If we are not ashamed to think it, we should not be ashamed to say it. Nature has planted in our minds an insatiable longing to see the truth. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. The study and knowledge of the universe would somehow be lame and defective were no practical results to follow. Not to know what has been transacted in former times is to be always a child. If no use is made of the labors of past ages, the world must remain always in the infancy of knowledge. Politicians are not born, are excreted. The face is a picture of the mind with the eyes as its interpreter. The enemy is within the gates. It is with our own luxury, our own folly, our own criminality that we have to contend. Freedom is participation in power. The function of wisdom is to discriminate between good and evil. Ability without honor is useless. To be content with what we possess is the greatest and most secure of riches. A mind without instruction can no more bear fruit than can a field, however fertile, without cultivation. Time obliterates the fictions of opinion and confirms the decisions of nature. Diseases of the soul are more dangerous and more numerous than those of the body. A man of faith is also full of courage. Memory is the treasury and guardian of all things. A mental stain can neither be blotted out by the passage of time nor washed away by any waters. The mind becomes accustomed to things by the habitual sight of them, and neither wonders nor inquires about the reasons for things it sees all the time. Neither can embellishments of language be found without arrangement and expression of thoughts, nor can thoughts be made to shine without the light of language. The wise are instructed by reason, average minds by experience, the stupid by necessity, and the brute by instinct. Wisdom is the only thing which can banish sorrow from the breast. Glory follows virtue as if it were its shadow. Brevity is a great charm of eloquence. A man of courage is also full of faith. The greatest pleasures are only narrowly separated from disgust. What is thine is mine, and all mine is thine. The greater the difficulty, the greater the glory. What is permissible is not always honorable. Great is the power of habit. It teaches us to bear fatigue and to despise wounds and pain. All pain is either severe or slight. If slight, it is easily endured. If severe, it will, without doubt, be brief. Time destroys the speculation of men, but it confirms nature. The shifts of fortune test the reliability of friends. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by doubling our joys and dividing our grief. Life is nothing without friendship. Your enemies can kill you, but only your friends can hurt you. Never injure a friend, even in jest. A friend is a second self. The reward of friendship is friendship itself. Love the attempt to form a friendship inspired by beauty. Every man can tell how many goats or sheep he possesses, but not how many friends. Read at every weight, read at all hours, read within leisure, read in times of labor, read as one goes in, read as one goes out. The task of the educated mind is simply put read to lead. The authority of those who teach is often an obstacle to those who want to learn. A room without books is like a body without a soul. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. For books are more than books, they are the life, the very heart and core of ages past, the reason why men worked and died, the essence and quintessence of their lives. Books, our unfailing companions. The life given us by nature is short, but the memory of a well-spent life is eternal. While there's life, there's hope. A happy life consists in tranquility of mind. Our span of life is brief, but is long enough for us to live well and honestly. Kindness is stronger than fear. The good life is impossible without a good state, and there is no greater blessing than a well-ordered state. To study philosophy is nothing but to prepare oneself to die. We must not say every mistake is a foolish one. It is a great thing to know your vices. I am not ashamed to confess I am ignorant of what I do not know. A man's own manner and character is what most becomes him. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. To make a mistake is only human, to persist in a mistake is idiotic.